The Sahara Desert, a place of towering sand dunes and ancient mysteries. It's here where legend has it that a great civilization once thrived. They called it Atlantis, a city of knowledge and wisdom. But somehow, over time, it was swallowed by the desert sands, leaving behind only ruins and whispers of its former glory. For centuries, explorers have searched for the lost city of Atlantis, but their efforts have been futile. That is, until now. Using advanced technology, archaeologists have discovered a network of tunnels buried beneath the Sahara, and as they delve deeper into the earth, they uncover artifacts that suggest the existence of a vast underground city. But who built this subterranean metropolis, and why? What secrets does it hold, and how will humanity react when these secrets are revealed? Join us as we explore the shocking evidence of a lost civilization found beneath the Sahara Desert. You won't believe what they found. Did you know that 5,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert wasn't a desert? Today, the Sahara is one of the harshest places on Earth. Endless dunes, scorching heat, and silence broken only by the wind. But thousands of years ago, this desert was not a desert at all. Lush grasslands stretched across the horizon, rivers flowed freely, and animals like elephants and crocodiles lived here. And it wasn't just wild animals. Ancient cave paintings in Algeria still depict giraffes, hippos, and even humans swimming in the rivers. The Sahara was once alive, and perhaps there was a great civilization that thrived here. A civilization that built pyramids and temples and raised cattle and crops. A civilization that may have looked like this. Unfortunately, we don't know much about them because they left no written records. All we have are these cave paintings and a few archaeological sites. But they may hold the key to one of the greatest mysteries in history. The mystery of the lost civilization of the Sahara. If you want to know more, stay tuned for more updates. The story of Atlantis comes from one man, Plato, the Greek philosopher. He described a great city, rich in resources, advanced in knowledge, and circular in design, that vanished in a single day and night of catastrophe. For centuries, people searched the oceans for it, convinced it had sunk beneath the sea. But what if we've been looking in the wrong place? Some researchers believe that Atlantis never disappeared beneath the waves, but beneath the sands. In Plato's text, he describes the Atlantic as being surrounded by a moat, which could be interpreted as a protective wall to keep out invaders. But what if that moat was actually a giant sand dune? Archaeologists have discovered evidence of a massive circular structure in the Sahara Desert that dates back to around 12,000 years ago. It's possible that this structure is all that remains of Plato's Atlantic, a civilization that thrived for thousands of years until the desert reclaimed it. Some believe the Atlanteans were skilled engineers and architects who built the pyramids of Giza. Others believe they were a lost tribe of Israelites who fled Egypt after being captured by the Egyptians. The truth is, we don't know much about the Atlanteans or their mysterious city, but that hasn't stopped us from searching for it. This is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. In Mauritania, West Africa, there's a strange geological formation that's so perfectly rounded. Looks like a giant eye staring back at us from the Sahara Desert. It's called the Richard structure, or more poetically, the Eye of the Sahara. From space, it looks almost too perfect. You can see these concentric circles, these ripples frozen in stone, and they extend for miles and miles in every direction. Some believe that this is what Plato was describing when he wrote about Atlantis, the lost city that sank beneath the ocean, a place with rings of land and water. Could this be it, or is it something else entirely? There are other similar structures on Earth, but this one is by far the largest. So if you're ever near here, be sure to take a look. Just don't get lost, it's hard to find the center. Could this be the real-life Atlantis? This is the Eye of the Sahara, a massive geological structure in Morocco that's almost exactly the same size and shape as the lost city of Atlantis, which according to Plato was 200 miles in diameter. The Eye of the Sahara is located in the same general area as the Strait of Gibraltar, where many scientists believe Atlantis was located, and it has all the same features that Plato described. It's a ring of mountains with a flat center and a moat around it. Yet despite all this, scientists claim that it's just a natural formation that was created by erosion over millions of years. Well, if you were gonna fake the existence of Atlantis, you would probably do a much better job than this. I mean, come on, that it's not even underwater. Still, the resemblance is uncanny and has sparked the curiosity of people all over the world. Do you think there's any connection between the two? Let me know in the comments below. This is incredible. New satellite images reveal traces of ancient riverbeds leading toward the eye. Could these have once been harbors? And even more surprisingly, archaeologists have found ancient stone tools, fossils, and even megalithic structures across the Sahara, suggesting that human settlements thrived here. The Sahara, as we all know, is one of the hottest and driest places on Earth. But these new discoveries suggest that it wasn't always this way. The riverbeds were likely formed by a much wetter climate around 100 to 200 million years ago, which allowed for boats to travel up and down the Nile River and its tributaries. The settlements would have flourished along the banks of the rivers, much like they do today in Egypt. But what happened to these settlements? And where are the people now? Did they all just disappear? We don't have all the answers yet, but we're working on it. Stay tuned for more updates. Could the sands of time have buried them so deeply that we've only scratched the surface? Or is the legend of Atlantis simply a memory of multiple lost civilizations woven into one myth? There are over 200 references to the lost city of Atlantis in ancient texts, and yet archaeologists have found no evidence of its existence. But what if the truth is even more shocking? What if Atlantis wasn't just a single civilization lost to time, but many? In the deserts of Egypt, there's a place called the Valley of the Whales, where the sands have swallowed entire cities. In one area, archaeologists found the remains of a wooden ship from around 4,500 years ago. And nearby, they found the ruins of a massive stone structure from around 3,500 years ago. These two sites are 1,000 years apart, but they're just a small part of a much larger mystery. There are dozens of sites in this desert that are covered in sand, some containing treasures from as far back as 6,500 years ago. So could it be possible that these ancient Egyptians built an advanced civilization here, one that was so forgotten that even their own pharaohs erased them from history? Or could it be that the legend of Atlantis is actually a memory of all these lost civilizations combined? For more on the real Atlantis, stay tuned. Did the ancient Greeks just invent an entire civilization and then destroy it in a single day? Well, according to some scholars, they kind of did. They invented Atlantis. Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, created Atlantis as a moral tale to warn people about the dangers of hubris, greed, and collapse. But other scholars argue that Atlantis was actually based on a real place, a place where there was a collective memory of a sudden climate change that turned once fertile lands into desert. What's more, recent discoveries have shown that this may have happened more than once. There was a civilization in Greece around 2,000 years ago that built large structures, temples, and even a paved road connecting them. But just as suddenly as they built it, they abandoned it, and we don't know why. Why did they leave? Did a natural disaster force them out? Were they trying to escape a war, or were they running away from the wrath of Atlantis? To find out, scientists are now using advanced techniques to study the soil and artifacts from the site. Maybe then we'll finally get some answers. For more dramatic historical tales, stay tuned. The Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world, covering more than 3.5 million square miles of land. It's hot, it's sandy, and not many people can survive in it for very long. But whatever the truth is, the Sahara still guards its secrets. Every grain of sand may hide a story of survival, destruction, and forgotten glory. In the Sahara, there are ruins that date back thousands of years, remnants of civilizations that once thrived in this region. But over time, they've been swallowed by the sand, only to be discovered by modern-day explorers and archaeologists. The Sahara Desert has also been home to many famous people, from ancient Egyptian pharaohs to medieval Islamic scholars, and each of them have left their mark on the desert landscape. But despite all the secrets the Sahara holds, we still have so much to learn about this vast and mysterious desert. So let's keep exploring and see what other wonders the Sahara has in store for us. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. The lost city beneath the Sahara may never be proven to exist, but whether it's myth or memory, it continues to ignite our imagination. In 2020, a team of researchers discovered a 100-meter wide structure buried beneath the Sahara. It could be a lost city, a forgotten kingdom from the time of the pharaohs. The idea is exciting, but there's a problem. Archaeologists haven't found any evidence of human life there yet. No pottery, no tools, no weapons, not even a single bone. There are two possible explanations for this. Either the city was never there, or it was buried so deep that all traces of its former inhabitants have been lost to time. But here's the thing, even if it turns out to be just a big pile of rocks, that's still an amazing discovery because it shows that the Sahara wasn't always a desert. There was a time when this area was green and habitable, maybe even a time when people lived here, and that gives us hope that we might find other lost cities beneath the sands of the Sahara. Cities that were once great kingdoms filled with unimaginable wealth and wonder. Is this the real reason that we're obsessed with finding Atlantis? to prove once and for all that a civilization can rise and fall in just a few short decades. Because let's face it, we're all a bit tired of hearing about King Solomon's legendary wealth and power, right? I mean, everyone knows that he had a thing for gold, but what if the real treasure of Atlantis isn't the gold at all? What if it's the reminder that no matter how advanced we get, our civilizations can still be taken away from us in an instant, that the world can change in the blink of an eye, that what we lose to time may always be closer than we think? I don't know about you, but that's a treasure worth remembering. And with that thought in mind, let's go find Atlantis. And so the search begins. Fade out with desert winds and soft music.